In this video, I'm going to talk to you about 3 aspects of your life that you can maximize in order to live a happy, healthy, and fulfilling life. Because aren't you tired of constantly feeling exhausted? Aren't you tired of constantly playing catch up? A million things keep piling up and you have no time to do them. If you feel miserable, stuck, overwhelmed, burnt out, and you keep working harder and harder, and you keep trying more and more, but things just keep piling up and there's no end in sight, then you're going to want to stick around. I'm Kendra. I'm a health coach, and I want to help you maximize 3 areas of your life so you can increase your energy, minimize pain, and improve the quality of your life without compromising the things that you love. Now, this means that you might have to let go of some fears, and you're going to have to step into your power and overcome mediocrity to be the person it takes to live the life that you want. Now, at Proactive Health and Lifestyle, we have something called the Fulfilling Life Framework, which is 3 areas in life that a person needs to make space for in order to live a better, happier, wonderful life. So we have physical health, mental resilience, and alignment, the connection that you have with yourself. I have found that this trifecta to be the basis of a balanced, fulfilling life. Many people say these areas need to be in perfect balance, but I like to think of them as just making space and integrating them into your life in the capacity that's right for you. So now we're going to do some problem solving. Let's dive into each area and talk about how they are important, what problems can arise when you don't make time for them, and how you can overcome these problems. So stick around because we're going to start with physical health. But first, don't forget to click the like and subscribe button. The more likes, the more people we can help themselves. So thank you. Okay, let's do this. Your physical health is so important. Your body is essentially the way that we experience life. Your body is kind of like a car. We're always moving, going places, trying to get from point A to point B. And well, if your car isn't working, if it's unreliable and it keeps breaking down, then it's going to take much longer to get to where you want to go. But if you maintain your car and keep it in tip-top shape, it will work when you need it, and it will get you to where you need to go much easier and much faster. So congratulations, you're a mechanic, and your body is now the car, which means you have to take care of it. And the biggest problem we have, and the one that I hear the most often, is we don't have time to take care of ourselves. And so people tend to easily just push it aside and think that it's not going to matter and it's not that important. But if it's the vessel in which that you experience your life and it allows you to get around and do things, I would say it's pretty damn important. If we neglect our body, it leads to huge problems down the road. Things like joint pain, muscle pain, physical body ailments, different conditions, but it can also lead to poor mental health and poor body image. And those are only a few things that can happen. And over time, when you neglect your body, these things accumulate and cause really big problems. So if you're not proactive with your physical health, it can really cause some issues. And now you don't have to go to the gym for 2 hours a day. It can be really simple, and it doesn't have to be that big of a deal. You can always walk or bike to work. Find an activity that you actually really enjoy, like dancing or skateboarding, even just going for a walk with a friend or your dog. Whatever you actually like doing, you're going to stick to doing. And our bodies are made to thrive off of movement. So if you're not moving your body, then it's gonna start breaking down on you. The other part of physical health is eating nutritious foods, drinking water, and really getting enough sleep. All those types of things add up and can make a big difference. So spending about 15 minutes a day, even just doing mobility, using the stairs, walking across the parking lot instead of parking right close to the doors. All those things can add up, and it's just about prioritizing those little incremental changes in order to really move a lot more and make changes over time, because that's how it works. It's all over time. It's not going to happen right away. You're not going to get results right away, but you will feel better. Your body will reward you. You'll feel better. You'll start looking better, all those things. Now, the next aspect is your spiritual health. And this might sound a little bit woo-woo, but it's really just the connection that you have with yourself and your alignment. Asking yourself the questions like, who am I and what do I want out of life? Because we spend so much time thinking about what we should be and what we should do and what other people want from us and what other people want us to be. We don't actually spend any time wondering who we are and what we actually want to be doing with our lives. And this is actually so important to understand. Understanding what your core values are, who you are, what you actually want to be doing with your life and your time can really make a huge difference on, figuring out your priorities, because you'll never feel fulfilled if you're not in alignment with who you are and what you want to be doing. And if you don't spend the time to understand what those things are, you will always feel lost, you'll feel unhappy and disconnected. Because if you don't know who you are, it's really hard to make a real connection with somebody else, because you're not walking down the right path for you. You don't know how to read your compass, so you don't know what direction you're supposed to be walking in if you can't read your compass. You feel like you're walking in circles. The road to fulfillment is a path, but if you are not clear on who you are and what you need and what you want to spend your time on, you'll feel like you're literally walking in circles and wondering why you're not making progress. So if you have no direction on what that is for you, ask yourself, who am I? What are my values? Is this important to me? Am I going in the right direction? And then what you do is you make a map and you start walking in that direction, right? Just the process of it. So you're actually walking in the direction that's right for you instead of in infinite circles, not knowing where to go. And now the final aspect that I want to talk about is your mental resilience. And it's about taking care of your emotions and requiring resilience for an empowering mindset. Your mind is a great ally, but if you don't strengthen that muscle, it can and will feel like your biggest enemy, especially when it comes to emotion. It can feel super overwhelming and consuming, and your mind can get so caught up in feelings of anxiety and overwhelm and stress, and it can just take over all areas of your life. So I like to think of your mind as a big suggestion jar. So picture a big empty jar in front of you, and people come along and they start putting their opinions and their thoughts into your jar. And eventually, because you don't deal with them, they start overflowing, and you just have this huge jar filled with all these thoughts and feelings in your head. And the problem is that you don't know what's yours and what's other people. And having all those things in your head will make you feel tired and exhausted, and you don't know what it'll be about. It's just you're constantly in chaos. So let's talk about that. You have all these opinions, thoughts, and feelings in your suggestion jar, and what we can do is go through each suggestion and process it. You can talk about it, you can journal about it, and you can just sit and think about these things and process these things and what they actually mean to you. So those are suggestions, and you get to decide what you actually agree with and what you don't agree with. And then so once you decide that, you can let go of those suggestions. And this is so important to do, because otherwise, like I said, you just have all these things jumbling around in your head, and you don't have time to process them. So go through each one. You can talk to a friend, you can journal, you can go to therapy, but it is super important to take some time and properly process through all that noise and pressure. You want to empty out your jar, turn it upside down, empty it out, and get some breathing room and decide what you actually agree to. That way, when life does happen and challenges arise, you have space and room in your head. It'll be much easier to overcome challenges and to make decisions because you'll have so much more space to problem solve. So spend some time getting rid of that noise, processing emotions, and taking care of yourself. That way you can keep on top of your feelings of anxiety and stress so you can process things like fear and shame and experience more joy and fulfillment in your life. Okay, so if you're looking to improve upon any of these areas of your life, and if you're ready and committed to a fulfilling life and are seeking some help to get started, then I've got you. Take the Proactive Health and Lifestyle online assessment. The link is in the description box below. The assessment will help you figure out where you're at and where you want to be so we can bridge the gap and determine what steps you need to take to get you to living your best fulfilling life. I'm so excited to help you help yourself and fast track your growth using the framework I used for myself. That's right. I know what it's like to feel miserable and feel burnt out, and I want to share my process of living a full life with you. I know it's possible, and I want you to know that it's possible for you as well. So if you're ready to live your best life, click the link in the description below and reach out. Let's make a plan that's right for you. And don't forget to like and subscribe so you can check out more of my videos in order to live a happy, wonderful life. I hope you have an absolutely wonderful day, and I'll see you next time.